together. Pongan sus manos y denle un buen aplauso a mi amigo, to our friend, the Golden Boy, Oscar de la Hoya.
Thank you very much. Gracias. Muy amable. Muchas gracias. Tenemos un evento muy especial con Austin Trout y Canelo Álvarez. El hecho de que se va a llevar a cabo no en Las Vegas, no va a ser en pay-per-view. El hecho de que esté en San Antonio con el público, la gente, lo va a ser un evento memorable, un evento único, un evento especial. Estamos bien agradecidos a todo el público, a toda la gente, gracias por todo el apoyo. Esta pelea va a ser una pelea muy, muy buena, en donde tienes a dos jóvenes, dos peleadores invictos y dos campeones. No se ve todos los días una pelea de esta magnitud en el mundo del boxeo. Estas peleas hay que disfrutarlas. Estas peleas son peleas que para la historia. Y le quiero agradecer a Saúl Canelo Álvarez y su equipo, Austin Trout. Gracias por hacer esta pelea para el público, para la gente, para la afición. The main event will be Saúl Canelo Álvarez versus Austin Trout. It will be 12 rounds for the WBC and WBA Super Welterweight World title. It will be a unification fight. This event is being promoted by Golden Boy Promotions, and we are just extremely, extremely proud, extremely happy to bring this fight to the fans. This fight could have taken place easily in Las Vegas on pay-per-view, but the fact that it's going to be in Texas, in San Antonio, not on pay-per-view, it'll be on Showtime, regular Showtime. These fighters are showing the world, the public, that you can have this type of fight, this big event, and not be on pay-per-view, and not be in Las Vegas. It's showing the public, the world, that boxing is alive and well, boxing is strong, and we have the future right here. Los boletos comienzan a $10. Tenemos más de 10,000 boletos que están a la venta por $10 y subiendo a 25, 50, 100, 150 y 300. Esperemos que toda la afición venga a San Antonio a apoyar en el Alamo Dome a su propio campeón, el gran mexicano Saúl Canelo Álvarez, contra otro gran campeón, Austin Trout, que va a ser una tremenda pelea. En este momento les quiero presentar el presidente de Leija Bata Promotions, mi amigo Mike Bata. Mike.
Mike Bata, we're with Leija Bata Promotions, and we're bringing this fight to San Antonio. We're the co-promoter for Golden Boy for this fight, and we pushed to have it in Texas. We fought to have it in Texas because this is where the fight fans are at, and this is the grassroots of boxing, Texas. Okay, everybody wants to be a Mexicano because that's where the fights are, the fight fans are here in Mexico and Texas. So Jesse James Leija and myself pushed Oscar, and he gave us the opportunity. So we're going to show the fight fans and Golden Boy Promotions what we can do here in Texas. Okay, so I want to thank Austin Trout and Canelo for accepting the fight in Texas. I want to thank the mayor, Ed Gonzalez, the pro team there, for helping us and supporting us and pushing. Thank you guys very much. We want to fill this place out, so we need your help.
Thank you very much, Mike. Also, Mike's partner, like he mentioned, he is the co-promoter of this event. And thank you very much for all your hard work and dedication that bringing boxing back to Texas. We commend you for that, so I want to thank you for all your hard work you do for the sport of boxing. At this moment, let me introduce to you Texas' champion, Jesse James Leja.
Hello, thank you. We've been fighting so hard to bring a big time fight to Texas. I told Oscar de la Hoya, bring a big fight to Texas or we're going to get back in the ring again for a rematch. I didn't say that. But we brought it and it's here now. Houston, it's 2.5 hours to San Antonio. Don't cheat yourself out and please watch this fight live. It's going to be an incredible fight. We have a great undercard, but nothing's going to surpass Austin Trout and Saul Canelo fighting this mega fight. Let's keep it in Texas. Let's bring the fights to Texas. Yeah. That's right. We want to keep them in Texas. It's great for the economy. It's great for the sport of boxing. It's great for you guys. It's great for Oscar de la Hoya to be able to come to Texas and know that the best boxing fans will show up to the fights. We are Mexicanos. We're going to keep putting this sport alive. Who says boxing's on the downfall? Boxing's in the upswing. It's never going to stop. It's the best sport in the world, and it's because of people like you. Houston, thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much, Jesse. Let me acknowledge to you Dickie Cole, who is the administrator for the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. Thank you very much to you. Also, William Kuntz, thank you very much for all your hard work. Nicholas Langella, who is from the Alamo Dome, General Manager. Mike Sawaya from the Alamo Dome Convention. And the man who I will be introducing to you next to say a few words, he's brought boxing to the public, to the fans, making the best fights possible. And this is just the beginning, starting with Canelo Alvarez and Austin Trout. They have a great lineup of great matches coming up for your enjoyment. He is the Executive Vice President and General Manager for Showtime Sports, Steven Espinosa. Steven.
Thank you, Oscar. I want to start by acknowledging Mike and Todd and especially James Leja, one of the great champions. Showtime was honored to have Jesse James Leja on our network for several years in some of his biggest fights, and we're proud to be back in business with him again. It's been a long time since Showtime has been in San Antonio or in Houston, as a matter of fact. The last time we had a huge event of this size was a fighter that some of you might remember, Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., who did quite a few fights on Showtime, and couldn't be happier to be back in Texas with a fight of this size. At Showtime, our goal is to bring you the biggest fights, the best fighters. That's exactly what April 20th is going to be. Two of boxing's brightest stars will be taking each other on, fighting the toughest fights of their careers. These are exactly the kind of fights that Showtime wants to bring you. Last September, Canelo fought on Showtime. I'm sure many of you saw it. He set an all-time ratings record for TV ratings on Showtime. Then, in December, Austin Trout fought on Showtime against Miguel Cotto. And it was a fight that no one expected him to win. He did win, and that fight also set an all-time ratings record for Showtime. So when these two get together on April 20th, I am positive we're going to set yet another ratings record because of the size of this fight. Canelo versus Trout will kick out one of the most unprecedented months of boxing in Showtime's history. Probably the biggest month of boxing in Showtime's history. We have April 20th, Canelo versus Trout. April 27th, Daniel Garcia and Zach from New York. And then May 4th on Showtime pay-per-view, we have Floyd Mayweather. But it all starts with this big fight, April 20th at the Alamo Dome. You don't see fights like this very often. Canelo could have taken an easy fight, so could have Austin, but they didn't want that. They wanted big, tough fights. And because of that, you have to be there. If you are a boxing fan, you cannot miss this event. If you can't make it to the Alamo Dome, you have to watch it at Showtime. You don't see fights like this very often, and you don't want to miss a historic event like this. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Steven. Muchas gracias. Now, to introduce to you Team Trout, I want to call up to the podium and introduce his team. He is the CEO of Greg Cohen Promotions, Trout's promoter, Greg Cohen. Greg.
Good morning. Nice to be in Houston. I'd like to start by thanking Steven Espinosa of Showtime. This will be Austin's 4th consecutive appearance on the network, and we're very appreciative to once again be given the opportunity to be a part of such a significant event. I'd also like to thank Al Heyman, Bob Spagnola, and Golden Boy for all their hard work and efforts to bring this fight together. This is going to be an unbelievable event. It's not very often that two undefeated young world champions who are just entering their prime throw caution to the wind and agree to face one another in a unification battle. I take my hat off to Canelo and his entire team. He is already a star and can certainly face a much easier opponent than Austin Trout. The fact that he's agreed to this fight speaks volumes of his competitive spirit and desire to become the undisputed junior middleweight champion of the world. He is a great young champion and a credit to our sport. Austin Trout is also a great young champion. The world learned a lot about who he is December 1st at Madison Square Garden when he impressively beat Miguel Cotto in a virtuoso performance under the most hostile circumstances. Now Austin has graduated to the next stage of his career. The rest of the world is recognizing what his team has known for years. Austin Trout is a great fighter and a true champion in and out of the ring. He has wanted this fight for more than 2 years, ever since he won the title from Canelo's brother, Rigoberto Alvarez, in Guadalajara, Mexico. Austin has been asking to fight Canelo. In all my years in boxing, I have never met a fighter who is more confident, more prepared, or more professional than Austin Trout. He came up through the ranks the hard way and has had nothing given to him. The experiences in Mexico and Panama, and most recently at the Garden, will prove invaluable when facing Canelo in front of 50,000 plus passionate fans. Some fighters embrace the moment, others get lost in the moment. Austin Trout seizes the moment. April 20th will be a great night for the sport of boxing. Both Austin and Canelo carry themselves with such class, and they've really set a terrific example other fighters should follow. I'm looking forward to the coronation of boxing's next superstar, and it will happen when the referee raises Austin's hand in victory, April 20th. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Also, I would like to call up to the podium. He is part of Team Trout. He is Trout's manager, Bob Spagnola. Bob.
Thank you so much, Houston. I'm a native New Yorker, but I moved to Houston in 1979. I tell everybody I wasn't born here, but I got here as fast as I could. Houston's a great town. Shortly after moving down here, I was over at Reverend Ray Martin's gym, the PAPA, at the corner of Down and Elton. And, I met a lot of lifelong friends down here. I see Ronnie Shields here. And I got to give Willie Savannah, one of my early mentors in this business, his credit. There's a lot of great boxing people out of here, and I noticed early on that they mentioned all the gyms, all the kids, all the people that give tirelessly of themselves to these young people that sometimes they don't, take this path as a career, but they learn a lot from this sport. And and it's a to see them and to see the progress that they make in their lives outside of boxing. We get the worst of the worst sometimes, coming to these gyms, and they get to learn a lot about life. Nobody goes undefeated in life, Nobody goes undefeated in boxing forever. And for these two gentlemen to give of themselves and to put their all on the line, you can't say enough about them. In this business, a lot of fights don't get made. A lot of great potential fights don't get made. I want to thank Canelo Alvarez and his group for giving us this opportunity. I want to thank Showtime, Mr. Espinosa, Golden Boy, Oscar, certainly Greg Cohen, Al Heyman, and our group for helping us, maneuvering us to this point. But at this point, we're going to be, it's going to be Austin and Canelo. It's going to be a great fight. People know, I know you all know, you're real fight fans. You understand what these kids are putting on the line. But what I'm proudest about with this fight is the respect that these two young men are showing to each other and to their game. I so hate in boxing when they take two young men and pit them against each other, make them, disrespect each other's families, just for them to compete at their art form. You don't see any other sport, no football players, no basketball players that have to get to that level in order to practice their art. And I'm so happy and proud that these two kids show the mutual respect for each other that both teams deserve. But thank you, Houston, Texas. Thank you so much. And it's going to be on, and all of you that can make that trip down to I-10, please drive carefully. And for those of you who don't, please, tune in on Showtime. And thanks for coming out today. We appreciate it.
All right, with the record of 26-0 with 14 knockouts, he is coming out of Las Cruces, New Mexico. He is the current WBA Super Welterweight World Champion. In his last fight, he had a tremendous outing with a great champion and Miguel Cotto. He displayed a lot of speed and power, agility. His footwork was great. And this is why this is why he's in this position right now, because of the fighter he is, and he's proven. This is a real champion, folks, a real fight. Without any further ado, Austin Trout.
Thank you, Lord. First of all, I just want to thank God for this opportunity, for putting me here, for bringing me here. Everything that's happened has been part of the journey to prepare me for things that's to come. I got to thank my team. I got to thank Greg Cohen Promotions, Bob Spector, my manager, since day one. Bob is one of the people that know what I've been through, what I've had to go through to get here. So that song that was playing when I came up, Drake said it best. started from the bottom and now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team's here. It means so much to be here. It's just an honor. I have to thank Al Heyman, my advisor, who's been helping put my career to another level and take it to the next level. He's been a pivotal part of my team. I want to thank my family. I want to thank you guys. Y'all are the reason why this fight's happening. You're the push. The reason why Canelo made the fight happen, why Golden Boy made the fight happen, is because of y'all. This is what y'all wanted, and I'm glad that Golden Boy and Saul obliged and let this happen for y'all. Also, they think boxing is dying, but it's never going to be dead if we have fans like y'all. It's a sport that's been going for over 200 years old, and it's not going anywhere, especially when you have fights like this. This is a fight that's good for boxing as a whole. You have 203 champions going to put everything on the line. I know I'm not leaving without my belt and my undefeated record intact, and I know he's going to do the same thing. He has the same mindset. So with those two things coming together, that's the formula for an explosion in between. I'm ready to go through the fire. I know he's ready to go through the fire. Again, I want to thank you, my man, for being a true champion, for taking this fight. It's obvious he's hungry because he could have taken anybody. He could have fought anybody he wanted to. He could have fought Anguilla. He could have fought anybody, and he did. He chose to fight me, and it shows that he's a hungry champion. And that's what we need. And look, I'm starving. I'm not just hungry, I'm starving. I need this fight. I need this win. I have a legacy that I want to put out there. So, again, thank you, my man, and I'm ready for April 20th. Thank you guys again.
Thank you very much, Austin. Y ahora el equipo Canelo. Quiero presentar a su manager, que hace un gran trabajo, con su carrera, José Chepo Reynoso. Quiero subir y hacerles el honor unas palabritas, por favor.
Buenas tardes. Esa gente de Houston está lista para el 20 de abril. Nosotros también vamos a estar listos para ese 20 de abril porque hay dos grandes retos que tenemos que vencer. Uno es quitarle el invicto a Austin Trout y quitarle el cinturón también. El otro es otro gran reto que es llenar el Álamo. Eso lo ha hecho Chávez, pero Chávez el otro día platicando con nosotros le dijo a Canelo, los récords se hicieron para romperse. Y nosotros estamos, el equipo de Canelo, estamos pidiendo a todos ustedes que se lleven a la comadre, al compadre, a los sobrinos, a los amigos ese día, porque queremos ver lleno ese lugar y que sean ustedes testigos de esa historia y de ese nuevo récord. Así que les pedimos a todos que el día 20 de abril estén presentes para presenciar dos grandes retos, que es vencer a Trout y llenar el Álamo Dome. Gracias.
Gracias, muchas gracias. También les quiero presentar el entrenador de Canelo, Eddie Reynoso. Eddie.
Buenos días a todos. Antes que nada agradecer la presencia de todos ustedes, de los medios. Enviar un saludo a Raúl, que está por allá. Campeón también mundial welter. Estamos bien contentos de estar aquí. Como dijo mi papá, tenemos dos retos: ganarle a Trout, estar caminando paso a paso, porque este año queremos ir por Trout, queremos ir por Coco, queremos ir por Fulma y Weather, pero que se pongan frente.